Crypto market. What in the world is going on right now, you guys? When we look at our crypto bubble for the week, we're looking good. The market is looking nice. But when we switch to the day, we're seeing a little bit more red, right? Shout out to Tell 113%. That's crazy. So we're going to look at Bitcoin as we see prices moving down. Where could we possibly see prices go down until prices start moving towards the uptrend? And this, we have been waiting for this forever, you guys, and it is finally happening. Thank goodness, right? Check central bank, you guys, central bank to become the first central bank to buy Bitcoin. Oh my goodness. We're going to talk about how this is going to affect the crypto market, what I expect the US to do, because they should be doing something about this. And we're going to talk about XRP. Shout out to XRP gang, everyone that's been holding XRP for such a long time, because the day has finally come where the ETF goes live, you guys. Today on Thursday, the XRP spot ETF has gone live. We're going to talk about how it's going to actually affect the price of XRP. So we're going to look at the XRP chart. And what I'm going to say, a lot of people won't like it, you guys. It is going to be negative because, good morning, Nana. Hope you're having a good day. Because, you guys, I've seen the way some of these ETFs have been affecting the price of crypto. So we have to talk about the reality of that. So now let's deep dive first into how the market is moving as a whole. Now, you guys, if we look at for the past hour, so if we look at the day, not a lot of green, right? Not a lot of green. Shout out to Tell up 116%. We can see baby quants out there 9.9%, almost at 10. Quant did really well in the last bull market. And then we have ABS, Zach up. Zach's been doing pretty good. I'm expecting a major pullback to actually happen from it soon. So just be aware buying these crypto projects that are pumping really, really well. Now, thank you for always coming on to the YouTube and showing love on that, you guys. Now, first things first, we got to talk about Mama Bitcoin currently sitting at sitting at just over $100,000, right? Mama Bitcoin currently sitting at just over $100,000 Bitcoin. So let's start with the TA. And if there's any crypto project you guys want me to go over after we go over Mama Bitcoin, just drop them in the chat and we'll go over those crypto projects as well. All right, so first things first, you guys, we are breaking this orange support line, right? As I zoom out, right, one thing you guys have to notice that this orange support line is crucial. Nathan, what's up? I hope you're having a lit crypto morning. Nathan in the chat, my ATL broski, my ATL brother. Hope you're doing good. All right, so first things first, right? You guys, what I'm about to say is going to be a little negative, but don't shoot the messenger. This is just how the crypto market is moving as a whole. All right, why are you SNKK said good morning with the smiley face. Good morning to you too. Good morning. It's been a while since you've been on the live streams. Good to see you here. All right, so now looking at how the crypto market is moving, guys, like I said, what I'm about to say is negative, but we have to look at the negative. The difference between people that actually achieve their crypto goals, right? Meaning you're able to make that first, even if your goal is just to make that first $1,000, that first 10K, that first 50K, that first 100K, that first $500,000, 1 million. Is this what I'm about to show you, right? So I'm going to say this before we deep dive into this. The big difference between people that make money in crypto and people that walk away with maybe like pretty much losing their money or walk away with like maybe $1,000, $2,000, that's not life-changing, is that people that make money in crypto are able to look at the market and they're able to say, okay, this is happening and this is really positive, right? So because this is happening, this is how I'm going to position myself. And then they're able to look on the opposite side and be like, well, this is happening and this is actually really negative, right? And then they're able to weigh out the negative and then they're able to weigh the positive. And based on the two different outcomes that they're currently seeing in the market, they're able to make the decision. And where people lose money is that they only look at the positive and they only bet on the positive things happening, not considering the negative thing. So now we are going to look at the negative thing and we're also going to look at the positive things. All right. So I had to put that out there first. Don't worry, bro. We're going to talk about Sol. We're going to talk about Solana. One of my favorite crypto projects is Solana. Bought I bought her when she was like, I don't want to say bought her. That sounds bad. That sounds bad, you guys. I take that back. Don't cancel me. I didn't mean it that way. I just refer to Solana as a her. I got her when she was around $4, so made a nice pretty penny. So we're gonna go oversold. No worries, no worries. So here's the thing with Bitcoin, right? We're currently looking at the 1 week chart. So we're looking at the long-term perspective. That when you look at this pattern as a whole, right? This pattern typically is an indication that, hey, prices are showing that it's most likely going to drop towards the downside, right? Because the way this structure typically plays out, this structure is like a baby version of this right here, right? This is the last bull market for everyone that was in crypto back in 2020, right? We made so much money back then, right? This structure is a baby version of this. So the way this plays out, let's look at historically the way this played out. Here we can see prices does this range where it runs up, right? Oh, geez. Hang on, I clicked on the wrong thing. Where prices run up, it has a pullback. It runs up, it has a pullback. It runs up, and then it breaks towards the downside, right? So it goes up, down, up, and then prices end up moving down, right? We see it happen right here, right? That's how this played out right there. Now, that is exactly what is happening right now in this crypto market. Right, we're seeing that strong upwards flag, right? Sorry, we're seeing that strong move where prices are running up, then going down, run up, going down, run up. And inevitably, at some point, prices are going to go down, right? The bear market is going to come, prices are going to go down, and then it repeats, and then prices end up skyrocketing once again. So right now, we're kind of in the cuff. We're like, right there, like, are we going to go down, right? So this line right here that I've drawn, we've seen every time prices hit this area, boom, skyrockets, runs up. It hits this orange line, boom, skyrockets, runs up. Hits this orange line again, boom, skyrocket comes up. Now, here's the thing. We're right there, you guys. We're right at that orange line. Like, we're right there, right? We're right at that orange line. So if I zoom in closer so we can get a good look, this is the orange line right here, right? This right here. This is the orange line, right? We can see we hit right below that orange line. Boom, we ran up. We hit right below right here, right? Slightly below. Boom, prices ran up. Here we didn't really get close. We ran up. And here we hit it, a little run up. And then here we hit it again, right? So we're seeing that we're dropping below. Now, here's the positive thing. Even though we've dropped below, right, this key level of support, we have this other major level that I've been talking about again and again and again and again and again, right? For everyone that's been on the live stream before, right? I've been talking about this again and again and again and again and again. This level right here, this level has helped us out significantly. Now, for those of us who aren't really into crypto, something important happened last week, all right? What happened last week was we saw Bitcoin drop back into the 5 figures, right? 5 figures. So 6 figures means 100K, 5 figures means under 100K. We saw Bitcoin hit to 98K. Right here, I have it highlighted. Everyone's looking at the screen, 98K. And then boom, prices ran back up. Right here toward that 98K price range, right? Boom, prices ran back up. So now we're creeping. Just creeping. She's tiptoeing. Mama Bitcoin, she's tiptoeing on her way down, which historically has shown us every time prices hit this range, we typically run back towards the upside. So here is my theory. All right. Here's my theory. What's up? I even know how to pronounce that. Jahit7 ETH.ETH. What's up? Thank you for being part of the fan club. Any crypto questions you have, let me know, and I got you. So here's the thing. Every time crypto has hit this price range, we saw prices run towards the upside, meaning when prices hit here, right? If Bitcoin goes below 100K, I'm not really worried. Like, I'm not panicking, right? I'm not panicking. Hakuna Matata, everything's all right. Still got that shake, right? I'm not worried. Give me 1 second. Let me drink my shake. Wifey blessed me with the morning shake, you guys. Give me 1 second. Oh, that's good. What's she put in it? Okay, you guys. This is why you gotta marry a good woman. Marry a good woman, bro. She'll take care of you, fam. Marry a good woman. All right. Now, so if Bitcoin goes into the 90K price range, right? I'm not worried. Oh my God, prices are... I'm not worried. This is when I'll start to be a little bit concerned. If I see Bitcoin go into the 90K price range and it stays there for 2 consecutive weeks, then I'll be worried. But if that doesn't happen, Hakuna Matata, especially because of this. Why? Especially because of what? Because a lot of people get emotional, and that's why they all lose money. Because of this, you guys, let me look it up. Federal, AL. Oh, here we go. I think I looked it up already. Boom! Because of this, right? Federal Reserve winding down the balance sheets. What? This is an old article. This isn't it. Federal Reserve ending QT December 1st. Where the heck is it? All right, here we go. Search. Asking the AI. The Federal Reserve has officially announced the end of quantitative tightening QT program effectively December 1st, 2025. 2 weeks from now, you guys, boom, boom, boom. 2 weeks from now, the Federal Reserve will be ending QT, right? In other words, crypto has been like, you guys don't understand what's been happening right now in the crypto market. I feel like a lot of people have. Crypto has been going up under the worst circumstances ever. Like, it's like crypto has been doing this marathon while holding a 200-pound bag, right? You see this? What made Bitcoin go from $4,000 all the way up towards this insane $68,000 price range? Do you know what this was? Like this massive run towards the upside? It was a few things, right? Number one, right? Well, I'll tell you the number one thing it was. It was low interest rate, quantitative easing. That's what it was. Bitcoin going from $4,000 all the way up to $68,000. Do you know how much money? And this wasn't that long ago. This was just 2022, you guys. Do you know how much money you would have made at that time if you were in crypto? I wish you knew me. Everyone on this live stream, I wish you knew me, and I wish we were friends during that time, because that was when I bought Solana, when it was like literally $3. That was the time when I was buying ETH, when it was I was buying that time was so good for crypto. So let's say during that time you're able to scrape up $4,000, right? The average person spends between $1,000 to $5,000. If you scraped up $4,000 at that time, Bitcoin was $4,000. This was just 4 years ago. It wasn't that long ago, you guys, right? 5 years ago. It wasn't that long ago. And Bitcoin went up to the price that it is now, $100,000. $100,000, right? Is this 100,000, right? Is that 100? I can't even tell. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. $100,000. Your $4,000 would have made you $100K. $100K in profit from a $4,000 investment. $100K in profit. So what made the market do this exponential, crazy, parabolic move toward the upside where prices skyrocketed? It was QE, quantitative tightening. The Federal Reserve saying, hey, how's it go? Gas to the metal, pedal to the metal. I don't remember those saying. You guys know what I'm trying to say, right? That's what caused prices to pump. And now they finally said in December they're going to start doing it. And that's why I've been saying, you guys, I don't care about the month of October. Before, when I noticed October wasn't going to be, I'm like, I don't care about October. I don't care about November. Like, I don't care about these 2 months. December is the month. December is the new October, or maybe January is the new October, or maybe February is the new October, November. And what I mean by these months, right? The December, January, February could potentially be the new October, December, because if you look at the month of October, right? The month of October and December, right? Those are historically the best month for crypto. God dang, look at November. Bitcoin on average does 41%. 41% in 4 weeks. This is Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin is doing 41% in 4 weeks, what's Ethereum doing? What's BNB doing? What's Solana going to do? What's XRP going to do? How much are those crypto projects going to skyrocket and run back up? Like what? If Bitcoin's doing 41%, right? And what is it going to do? What's our alts going to do, right? Right. So that is why I am very excited for the month of December once the Federal Reserve actually start implementing QT, right? Now, I've explained what QT is, right? Do you guys know what QT is? Let me know in the chat if you know what QT is, or write the word QT in the chat if you want me to explain what QT is, and I'll explain what it is so that everyone knows. Because the thing is, if you want to crush it in crypto, like you want to make your first 5K, 10K, 20K, 30K, 50K, 100K, you have to understand what is actually happening. And if you're able to understand what is actually happening, then you can take advantage of it. Euro, good morning, Naicke. Do you recall what happened in 2017? What in 2017, Euro? I'd be a little bit more specific. It's 2017. Bitcoin ran all the way up to $20,000 and then ended up crashing, right? It hit its all-time high, which was $20,000, and then ended up crashing to around that $3,000, $2,000 price range. And then that's when everyone said Bitcoin was over. We're like, crypto's over, because of this massive downtrend. But then by the time 2020 came around, where we had massive quantitative easing, right? COVID also happening. The checks were going out to people. So that added a lot of liquidity in the market. And that's what caused Bitcoin to go from $4,000, $2,000 price range all the way up to $64,000. That's where a couple of $3,000, $4,000 investment would have given you 100K in profit on the chart. Yeah, I see the chart right here. So if you look at the chart back in that 2017 price, I think you mean 2018. Well, it was like it was legit the end. It was like the December of 2017 to the January of 2018. So prices went all the way up to that $20,000 price range, and then it crashed all the way down to that. You can see right here, $3,000 price range. Right. And then shortly right after is when we had this massive boom. Here's the thing with crypto, and I want everyone to know. Most people get into crypto when it's hype, right? Naicke, is it Naicke? Is that how you said it? I'm so sorry if I butchered your name, my brother, but I will explain it for you guys, right? A lot of people get into crypto. That chart with all the months. Oh, the chart with all the months. Okay, yeah. What about this chart, Euro? What's your question? What happened in 2017? Yeah, 2017. What do you? Yeah, 2017. Yeah. So this chart, I'm gonna explain this chart to everyone just so everyone understands this chart. What this chart does is it measured how much Bitcoin has moved from the first day of that month to the last day of that month, right? So what this is showing that the Bitcoin monthly return for that month, right? So that's what this chart does. And it just tracks it from 2012. Here's the thing with this chart, and I want everyone to know about this chart. I think this chart is going to become invalid. I don't think this chart's going to work anymore. And the reason why I think that this chart might become invalid is because from here, right, from the beginning of this chart, from here all the way to here, right, all of this was retail. All of this was just you, me, grandma, grandpa, grandpa with all the retirement. They got a little bit of money, right? It was just, not even grandma and grandpa. They wouldn't retire. They wouldn't put money in crypto, right? This was you, me, your coworkers, your friends, your boys, your homegirl, your, right, people you hang out with, your amigo, right? Yeah, like, that's who it was. Our neighbors, our friends. That's who it was. This right here, this year, all of this is government. This is institutions. This is one of the reasons why this bull run that we've seen, Bitcoin has been crushing it, right? Like Bitcoin has been output. Like look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been crushing it. But if you look at Bitcoin compared to Ethereum, yeah, it's only Bitcoin. But if you look at Bitcoin compared to Ethereum, Bitcoin crushed Ethereum. If you look at Bitcoin compared to Solana, Bitcoin actually did better than Solana in regards to all-time high and how much prices have gone up since its all-time high, right? If you compare all-time high to all-time high, Bitcoin has crushed every crypto, right? Look at this. Watch this. And this is what I mean by that. Bitcoin has honestly crushed most cryptos. Look at this. If we compare, right? Watch it. Let me move this. If you compare, this was last year's all-time high for Bitcoin, right? Don't worry. So the person who asked about me explaining quantitative tightening, don't worry, my brother, I got you. I'm gonna explain it for you. This was Bitcoin's all-time high right here. Boom. This is the last bull market Bitcoin hit its all-time high right here. Bomb. This was its last all-time high. Look at Bitcoin compared with every other crypto. I'm like, what the heck? This makes no sense. This is how crazy it's been, right? This is why you can know this has been an institutional bull run. If you compare, look how institutions have performed this bull run. This is insane. Ethereum's all-time high, right? Look at Ethereum's all-time high. This is, we're comparing. Look at the chart, right? So whenever, look at my arrow, it's going to point both of them. So right here, this area right here. Geez, let me show you guys. All right. So this area right here, let me get rid of that one. This area right here is the exact same thing as this area right here. They both hit all-time high, right? But here's the thing. When you go to look at Ethereum's all-time high, Ethereum's all-time high is literally from here to here. Like, it didn't even move. Like, what the heck? Its all-time high was literally an extra like an extra $100 or something. Versus Bitcoin's all-time high, the price honestly, what? It doubled? It doubled. Meaning if you bought Bitcoin at the worst price possible, meaning like you are the worst investor trader to ever live on the planet Earth, right? And you bought right here. What up, Nathan? I see you on the YouTube, right? And you were the worst person ever. You still would have doubled your money. Versus with Ethereum, you would have made maybe a couple of $100, right? Right. And then if we do the same thing, we look at Solana, right? With Solana, the exact same thing applied. With Solana, this was Solana's all-time high. Right here, this one, the last bull market. This was Solana's all-time high. It's peak, highest price range. And then look at today. Where is it? Right? Versus last bull market peak to this bull market peak. It didn't go up that much. Now, keep in mind, though, we made a lot of money from Solana. We made a lot of money from it. But regardless, from its last bull market all-time high to this bull, look at Bitcoin's. Like, there's levels to this. There's levels to the game, right? So this is why I'm saying this bull market has been highly, highly institutionalized. That's why when I look at this chart, I'm like, all of this, right, is completely different than this. It is different. And I think now we're reaching a new era where this data, I think it's initially going to have to reset. It's going to have to reset. And we're going to have to start looking at new data. And the reason why is because we have things like this happening. And this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about, because institutions are getting involved, right? Czech central banks becomes the first central bank to buy Bitcoin. Oh my goodness. Thank you. I'm so happy this is happening. Now, we know that Donald Trump said something that we absolutely love. He says, hey guys, you know what? I'm going to make America the, what did he say? The Bitcoin of the, actually, before I deep dive into this, because we got quite a few, someone asked me to explain to them what quantitative tightening is and why I'm so happy for it, why I'm so excited for this, and why I think that it's going to be amazing for the crypto market. All right, so what I wanted to talk about, what is quantitative tightening? So this is a simple example I give. Naicke, how'd you think of this example? ChatGPT. I'm like, ChatGPT, give me an example that I can use to explain people what the heck quantitative tightening is. All right, so quantitative tightening is kind of like this, all right? Because this is what's coming to an end on December 1st. That is why I'm saying I don't care about the month of September, October, and November for crypto. I care about December, I care about January, and I care about February. Okay, crypto has been going up, and I said crypto has been going up. It has been running, right? It's been on its David Goggins run every day while wearing a 200-pound vest on. And this has been the 200-pound vest, and the 200-pound vest is finally starting to come off. Quantitative tightening is initially when the government is taking money out of the economy. So it's like you have a pool where you can jump, you can deep dive, boom, jump in, you can cannonball, bam, right? There's a lot of water in the pool. The pool is super deep, right? So you can play volleyball in the pool. You can play basketball, set up a ball net, right? Right? You can play all these games. That's quantitative tightening. And that's been, My mistake. That's the exact opposite. That's quantitative easing. Quantitative easing is when you have a pool and you have a lot of water in the pool, so you can play a lot in the pool. You can, everything I just said, right? There's a lot of water in the pool. Quantitative tightening is when you start taking water out of the pool. You take water out of the pool. So for like the past how long? Let's pull up the crypto chart right now so everyone can see. For this entire time, Bitcoin has been trying to have fun and run back up while the Federal Reserve has been implementing quantitative tightening. So when it is so hard to run up, when there's no water in the pool to have any fun, Bitcoin has been saying, I think I can, right? Has been kept trying to run up. And it's been doing a good job. Now, our alt hasn't been doing the best job. So now, finally, these guys came out and they said, hey, you know what? We haven't been putting a lot of water in the pool. We know some of the alts are really struggling to have fun in the pool. Now we're going to start putting some water in the pool starting December 1st. Now, let's be clear. I kind of want to be really clear on this. Just because you end quantitative tightening, it doesn't mean you implement quantitative easing. It's not like a black and white. There's like a little stage in between. All right, we won't. Right. So finally, when they start implementing that quantitative easing, QE, then they start putting water in the pool. And that water, I think that water is really, obviously Bitcoin's going to go up. Bitcoin's been crushing it. But I think that water is what we're going to really want to start seeing our Ethereum, our XRP, our BNB, our Solana, our Tron, our Doge, our ADA, right? Our Hype. First of all, shout out to Hype. Hype crushed it this bull run. It did so well. Same with Tron. It did really well. Shout out to BNB. It did well. Solana did well. Shout out to XRP. It did well. Ethereum, super disappointed in it, but it still did good. And shout out to Bitcoin, right? Some of those crypto projects did well. The ones that Chainlink, super disappointing this bull run. Like super disappointing this bull run. Right? Fundamentally, it didn't good, but really disappointing. But I think that's what we're going to need to really start seeing our crypto start to move up, start to move the way we want it to move. All right. So the reason why I really like what's happening right now is Czech being the first central bank, first central bank to start buying Bitcoin is because I feel like this is now, it's now the beginning. It's now starting to show like, hey, us banks, we can buy Bitcoin, right? And after they buy Bitcoin, you know what's going to happen, right? You know what they're going to buy next after they buy Bitcoin? They're going to go out and they're going to start buying Ethereum. I'm saying it right now, right? This video is going to live on YouTube. After they buy Bitcoin, they're going to go out and buy Ethereum. Then after they buy Ethereum, I know you guys wanted to buy XRP. You guys want to buy XRP. You guys, the banks are not going to buy XRP first. All right, you guys. That's the truth. They're just going to buy Bitcoin first. That's the crypto all the banks buy first, right? Institutions, everyone, they buy Bitcoin first, right? Mama Bitcoin, we got to throw respect to Mama Bitcoin. Mama Bitcoin just paved the way for us. So the first crypto they're going to buy is going to be Bitcoin. The second one the banks are going to buy is going to be Ethereum. And you guys already know what the third one's going to be. You guys ready? Can I get a drum roll, please? Actually, people might not know. You guys ready? Here's the drum roll, right? Drum roll. The third crypto project the banks are going to buy. I am betting on Solana. What up, primo? Solana is the third crypto project the banks are going to buy, you guys. There is a good interview with this woman named, what's her name? Is it Kathleen Woods or something? I can't remember her name perfectly. Yes, here it is. Catherine Woods. What in the world is this? Catherine Woods, this woman right here, right? This woman bought Bitcoin when it was like $15. She's elite. Like, shout out to her. Right? Runs, I believe it's a private hedge fund. She talks a little bit about this. So she was in the interview with Diary of a CEO, right? And she spoke about this. She said, the crypto that these banks large institutions are going to buy first is going to be the big three. And the big three that these banks first embrace, don't get mad at me, you guys, people, don't get mad at the messenger, will first be Bitcoin, will second be Ethereum, and will third be Solana. Like those are the first three that they are going to buy. Right now, everything else like our XRP, I don't think BNB is going to make the list. Our XRP, our Tron, our ADA, like those ones are going to be later on. I think they will get into those, but those ones are going to be later on. And she said this a while ago, right? Like when she said it a while ago, right? And we're seeing it happen. Like she literally said this, not like this interview was last week. This interview was months ago. She said it and we're seeing it happening, right? You don't become, I don't know if she's a billionaire. I'm not sure what her net worth is. Is she a billionaire? Regardless, her financial level of success is a level that not everybody achieves. So when people that have been in finance longer than most of us have been alive, right? Longer than I've been alive and most of us have been alive, we have to listen to these people. Like they know what they're talking about, right? You don't accidentally stumble upon being like one of the best in the world at managing finance and investing by fluke, right? Okay. So keep in mind, that's what she said are our big three. So those are what the banks are probably going to buy first. Now, does that mean they're not going to buy BNB? They're not going to buy XRP? They're not going to buy ADA? No, it doesn't mean they're not going to buy it, but there's orders to things, right? Line upon line, precept upon precept, right? The banks are like baby. When a baby starts to eat, first it just, it's getting mama's milk. After mama's milk, then some mushed up, maybe like sweet potatoes, I don't know, like really soft food before it gets its way to start chomping on meat, right? So that's how it works, right? Chomping on meat. So until the bank starts to get comfortable and it grows its teeth, then it's going to deep dive into, I believe, some of the other crypto projects, that XRPs, the Tron, the ADA, right? Some of those other crypto projects that we might like so much. ADA ETF will spike things. I hope so. I hope the Cardano ETF will spike things. I really hope. She said Bitcoin would be worth $50,000 now. No, she didn't say Bitcoin would be worth $50,000 today. When you mean now, do you mean today? It wouldn't be worth $50,000 today. She never said that. Because I remember seeing the interview as well. I don't remember what price she said it. But regardless, I truly believe this. I think we're going to get back into talking about everything. I think one day we are going to talk to our kids, right? One day when we're all like grandmas and grandpas, we're going to say that, okay, I'll give you an example real quick. There was a time, look at this, right? Look at this, you guys. Well, we can all look at this right now. We can scroll back. It wasn't that long ago, right? This was stinking 20. Let's go. Look at this right now. This was, what year was this? This was 2015. Bitcoin was $100. Bitcoin was $100 stinking dollars. What are people trying to tell me when they say Bitcoin's not going to $1 million? Bitcoin was $100. If you put in $2,000 in Bitcoin when it was $100 and Bitcoin went up to $100,000, you would have $1.998 million in your bank account. That's what would have been your profit. And do you know what people said when Bitcoin hit $100? They're like, oh, it hit $100. That's it for you. You got pretty lucky. You hit $100. Well, that's it. You better sell now. You better sell now. And you know what people said once it hits 500? Oh, it hit 500. Not going any higher than that. You better sell now. You bet. And then what happened when people say hit 1,000? Oh, it hit 1,000. You better sell now. It hit $1,000. Like again and again, we keep hearing this again and again. Even last bull market when we're like Bitcoin's going to 100K. People are like, oh, it's not going to 100K. It hit 68K. Look, prices are crashing. Prices are crashing. Blah, 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 blah. Bitcoin in the crypto market continues to prove people wrong, continues to run up high. Here we thought it was going to hit 100K. Remember, we were all thinking it was going to hit 100K. It didn't hit 100K. It hit 68K. It crashed. And then it came back and it hit 100K. It came back, hit 100K, 110K, 120K, and almost hit 130K. So haters are going to say what they want to say. But one day, we're all going to look back and we'll be like, dang, Bitcoin, I remember it hit $1 million today. If you don't think it is, like, you can have your personal opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. But one day, I think we're going to see Bitcoin hit $1 million. And we're going to be able to say, dang, I remember when it was $15,000 back in, I think, in 2023, which was 2 years ago. Bitcoin was do you imagine that? 2 years ago, Bitcoin was $15,000. 2 years. We're not talking about 50 years ago, you guys. I'm talking about 2 years ago. Most of you guys watching this, I know how old you are. Most of you guys watching this are between the ages of like 25 to 35. And then some of you are between the age of 35 to 55. Like majority of you guys are within that age range. This didn't happen a long time ago. This happened 2 years ago. 2 years ago. We all had enough money to probably put in Bitcoin at that time. You listening to this right now, I can't see you, but you can see me. You listening to this, you had enough money to buy Bitcoin when it was $15,000. And if you think it's not going to get $1 million, one day it will. And then you're going to be like, dang, I remember when Bitcoin was at $100,000. Now it's at $1 million. I truly believe that Bitcoin should be the new retirement, the new 401k, right? You see the way you work your 9 to 5 and they take money out and they put a little bit of it into like, oh, your retirement fund, right? Oh, and then the government takes money from our 401k and then they buy real estate, blah, 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 right? Or they invest in index funds, I believe that do whatever you want. This is what I'm doing for me, my wife, right? My wife, married, gold on the finger, and my kids is we are buying Bitcoin, and it is the retirement. It is the retirement fund. Bitcoin, the retirement fund, because one day it's going to hit 1 million. Then one day it's going to go above $1 million. And I think the world, the banks, right, understand this, but the banks are slow because the banks used to say crypto and Bitcoin is a scam. Don't get into it. But now they're buying it. Now they're offering ETFs, right? The crypto wave is here, bro. Crypto wave is here. You either ride the wave or someone else is going to ride it. Like, it's that simple. You either ride the wave, enjoy the profit, enjoy that money, or someone else is going to ride it and they're going to enjoy the profit. And the beautiful thing about it is that we all have the ability to get in. Regardless if you're someone where, you guys, look at this. Hang on, look at this. Where is it? Look at this. I keep this. You guys know what this is? Do you guys know what this is? Drop in the chat right now if you know what this is. What is this? What is this, bro? Any Canadians in the chat? What is this? Who knows what this is? Thank you for all the likes, Alto. What is this, you guys? Drop in the chat. Any Canadians in the chat? What is this? Jeez, there's no Canadians in the chat right now? That's crazy, bro. Everyone's from, where's everyone from then? You guys, everyone here is from the States, Europe, Australia. No one knows what this is. Oh my gosh. That's money. That's money. How much? Miami? Shout out to Miami. $5. It is $5 Canadian dollars. That's what this is. Because this is how much money I put into crypto because I was so scared to lose my money. Yeah, this is $5 and it's laminated and I keep it. It's laminated. I know you guys can see it's laminated. You can't really see, but it's my laminated $5. I have one at home. But the $5, because when I got into crypto, I was scared to lose money. So this is all I put in, the 5, right? The $5. But that $5 that I put in, guess what? It turned into $13. And I was so hyped and I was so excited because seeing that $5 actually turned into 12. It turned into 12, then turned into $15. I was so stinking hyped. And you guys are thinking like, okay, it turned into stinking $15. What's the big deal? You guys, I thought to myself, I'm like, wait, what? A $5 turned into 15. So that means if I put in $1,000, it would have turned into 3,000. That means if I put in $2,000, it wouldn't turn into $6,000. That means if I put in $5,000, it would have turned to $15K, right? Boom, boom, boom. So I remember this. That's why I laminated it, right? When I made my first 6 figures in crypto, I'm like, yo, like it all started with the $5, right? So that's why I laminate it and I keep it. Like I'm never like, and I remember this. So whenever things get hard in life, right? Because now I invest in businesses, real estate, blah, blah, blah. I just remember like, Okay, remember the $5. Like, you started off with $5, my guy. Like, keep your head up and just keep going. So that's why I say I don't care how much money you're starting off with, right? Everyone in the chat right now, I'm talking to you, Cardano, right? I'm talking to you, S-Squeeze Stocks and Crypto. I'm talking to you, Mr. You don't even have a name. You just got a weird face as your profile picture. I'm talking to you, Amateur. Hey, mi hermano from Miami's here. Hell, Justin, I'm talking to you. Gustavo, Janique, right? All of you guys, I'm talking to you guys. I'm talking to you, Nathan. Nathan, you already know. You guys already know. You guys are in the community. I'm talking to all of you guys when I say this. Start with whatever amount of money you have. I don't care what it is, bro. If all you have is $10, then start with your $10. Because what happened is there's a learning curve. And you cut that learning curve the moment you start learning, right? Like, the moment you start with whatever you have. Don't wait. Oh, I need 5,000, 10. Nah, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Start with that $5. Start with that $10, right? Start learning the game. Sitting on the bench all day and watching other people play won't make you better. What makes you better is practicing and actually getting in the game and seeing if you can do it, right? So lock in. That $5 was my beginning step to making my first 6 figures in crypto. And I was able to do it, and you guys can do it too. I'm not one special. My parents weren't wealthy. I was born in Africa, Congo, Kinshasa. Lived in Europe, France, Germany, Australia, made our way to New York, Chicago, Canada, Toronto. Like, right? Like, I went to university. You know how I was able to afford university? I went to the government and I got student loans. That's how I was able to get to university. So, like, I'm not speaking from, nothing was handed to me. I had to grind. I had to work very, very hard. Went to university, got my first corporate job, like, did the job, got fired. I know how it is to get fired from a job. And then you got to just keep going and try to get another job. And I just realized that corporate life wasn't going to give me the life that I wanted, right? The life I promised my wife. But I got into this whole crypto thing and I grinded. And I spent a lot of money paying for mentorship and coaching. And it stinking paid off. It paid off, you guys. So regardless of how much money you have, start learning, because the more you learn, the more you earn, and you're able to achieve your goals. All right. So now, next thing. I'm all in already. Hey, Gustavo said I'm all in already. That's good to hear. And me, call me. I know you're here on the regular, bro. I didn't see your name. That's why I didn't say it. Okay. All right. Now, you guys, if you guys want learn my crypto strategy, the crypto techniques that I'm having, guys, check the link in the bio. Check the link in the bio right here in my profile. I'll be having that crypto class. Click right here. Voila. Boom. I'll be having that free crypto class in 7 hours, which is going down tonight. How I made 6 figures my first year of crypto without taking big risks. You guys, I'm having that today. And the other thing, I just really want to talk about this. You do not have to take big risks in crypto to win in crypto. You do not have to take big risks. You don't have to be like, oh man, I'm down on my last $10,000. I have to put all my $10,000 in. Don't do that. Like that, I'll be honest, that's stupid. Like, that's just stupid. That is bad risk management, right? Oh, I'm down on my last $6,000. I'm going to take it all and put it into crypto. No, like, you don't have to take these huge, oh man, my friend told me this meme coin is going to make me a millionaire. So I'm going to take all my money and put it in this meme coin. That is stupid. Don't do that. Do not do that, you guys. I've made that mistake when I was brand new to crypto. I would see people. I'm like, oh man, this guy has 1 million followers. He's saying that I should buy this crypto. All right. I put my money into crypto. Crypto was up for 1 day and then prices just end up dropping. I'm like, oh my goodness, right? So I know how it's like when you see someone online and they have all these followers and instantly you think they know what they're talking about. And it's like, and they say, oh, just buy this crypto. It's going to make you 1 million. No, don't have that mindset. Don't have that mindset. And I've said this before and I said it yesterday. I'm going to say it again. The best way to win in crypto is by line upon line, precept upon precept, line upon line. Naicke, what the heck do you mean by that? It means just worry about the next step. Just worry about the next step, right? The next step. I don't know if you guys ever seen that interview. There was a dope interview about one time Will Smith was talking that he said he built a wall as a kid. He's like, I built a wall as a kid, and he thought it was going to be impossible to build this wall. And he said his dad said every day we're each going to lay at least 1 brick, right? Just 1 brick. And it took them forever, but they ended up building that wall. And he said, and as a kid seeing that happen, it taught me, like, it doesn't matter how big something looks in regards to you being able to achieve it. For example, a lot would be like, I want to make $1 million in crypto. That sounds like a really big goal, but stop focusing on $1 million in crypto and just say, I want to make my first $1. Because if you keep making enough $1, if you keep making enough $10, if you keep making enough $100, then you're going to get to $1 million sooner or later. So the whole thing that I'm trying to say right now is when you get into this space, number one, you don't have to take crazy risks. One brick at a time, $1 at a time, $10 at a time, $100 at a time. And by default, then you'll look back, you'll be like, yo, dang, I did it. I made 6 figures. Oh, geez, I did it. I made 7 figures. Oh, geez, I did it. I was able to pay off all my debt. Oh, geez, I did it. I was able to get my first investment property. Oh, geez, I did it. I was able to invest in this business. Oh, geez, I did it. Right? Line upon line, one brick at a time, and you'll be able to win it. All right. So if you guys want that, as long as if you're a human with an email address, sign up. That'll be happening in 7 hours on Zoom. All right. Back to what I was saying about this. I think this is absolutely major for crypto because I think what's going to happen now is that other banks are going to start doing. Thank you for the rose. Thank you for the rose. I appreciate that. Who gave me that rose? Cabal? I can't see the whoa, you are snapping. Give me so much roses. Thank you. Jeez, Ron, thank you for the roses, you guys. I appreciate the love you guys are showing me today. Thank you. Very, 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 very much. I am eternally grateful for your love, man. You guys are the ones who are giving, me, how can I say this? Like, I wouldn't have anyone to speak to share my gems with if you guys weren't here. So it's you guys allowing me to be able to have this stage. You guys have given me the stage. That's what I mean to say. So because of you guys. All right. So this is why I think this is really interesting, why I'm really hyped for this, right? Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Ron, for the likes. I appreciate you guys. So what I want to say is what I like about this is that I think this puts a lot of pressure. This puts pressure on Trump, and it puts pressure on the U.S. government because we all wanted the U.S. government to start stinking buying Bitcoin, right? Trump said, hey, we're going to have a Bitcoin reserve. And we were hyped. I was hyped when he said, I was like, oh, Bitcoin reserve, the U.S. government is going to buy Bitcoin. And if the U.S. government buys Bitcoin, then the Chinese government is going to start doing it. We're going to see European government is going to start doing it. We're going to see it happening at a global level. It's going to pump the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, ADA, Tron, Cardano, all of our crypto. But then the U.S. government said, well, we're not going to buy Bitcoin. What we're going to do is all the Bitcoin that we seize, we're just going to keep it. Oh my gosh. That is completely different than buying Bitcoin, right? And then Trump passed that law it was like SAB 121, I believe, or SAB 122, some law that pretty much said banks can now buy Bitcoin and hold them on their balance sheet. Because before, with the Biden administration, they weren't allowed to do that. But now they can do that. And I was like, oh yeah, banks are going to start buying Bitcoin. Like, let's go. Banks are going to buy crypto. They're going to buy Ethereum. They're going to buy Solana. Like, let's go. Prices are going to pump. But then the banks didn't buy it. The banks, all they did was release a ETF. And we're going to talk about the XRP ETF soon, right? The banks released the ETF. But now, because the Czech central bank is finally starting to buy Bitcoin. Now, I will say this. Keep in mind, it said that they only bought $1 million, right? So it's pretty much pennies to these guys. $1 million is absolutely nothing, right? And it's only a test portfolio, right? But the fact that they're doing this, the reason why I say it kind of puts a little bit of pressure on the US is because Trump has really claimed America's going to lead the world in crypto. America's going to be the digital country. America's going to embrace crypto more than everybody else. Like, everybody's going to look up to America and be like, look what they're doing with crypto. We need to start doing the same thing, right? So now to have other countries that are doing it, right? Countries where their banks are doing it. It's like, well, is the U.S. going to step up? Right? Is the U.S. going to do it? So I'm hoping this puts a little bit of pressure on them for them to actually be like, oh, dang, like other countries are doing it. Then maybe we need to start doing it as well. Right? Like it's like the beginning. Because if banks start, keep in mind, like they have that's where the money's at. Like they have money. Right, these are the Federal Reserve. Oh, the Federal Reserve just gave the banks $50 billion in a span of I think it was like 3 or 4 days, right? Like it was crazy, right? So like the money we have, and even if you're someone who has money, like one or two of us, what I mean by have money, where you have 7 figures, like Like it's nothing compared to what these guys have. Like we're like a drop in the ocean. Like it's nothing. So for them starting to buy it is really, really, really good. All right. So now XRP gang, right? All my XRP people, right? We need to talk about this, right? XRP moves 3% as XRP Links token ETF goes live at US market open, right? So let's take a second right now, you guys. Let's give a hand of applause to XRP, right? Someone put the hand of applause emoji in the chat, right? A hand of applause emoji to XRP. So all my XRP. Is there any XRP holders in the chat right now? If you're an XRP holder, if you're, put XRP in the chat right now. Just like the screen, because I know some of you guys are at work right now, so you can't really like grab your phone, right? Tap the screen, just like the screen, tap it. Let me see a like if you're an XRP holder right now. I just want to see. As me since the lawsuit. XRP, okay, Jimmy, XRP, Faye, what's up, Faye, holder. Gustavo's a holder. Okay, I see like, Ron is liking, Alicia's liking, Call Me is liking, Call Me Rose liking, Henry is liking, yourself is liking, all right, I see you guys liking, Alicia's liking. Okay, we got some XRP holders up in here. All right. You got, we're going to break down XRP real quick. XRP finally has an ETF, right? Finally got its ETF. And its ETF went live today. So right now, because of what time it is, like it's only 12, we're not really able to see how well it's done. So what markets usually do is the day the ETF launches is, like they always look at how well does the ETF does like within the first 24 hours, like within its first day performance. Now keep in mind though, as of right now, Bitcoin ranks like it's like one of the best ETFs ever. Like Bitcoin crushed it, right? Ethereum did okay. We saw the Solana ETF. The Solana ETF did 69 point. It did just shy of $1 million within 24 hours. That's how the Solana ETF did. So now the XRP ETF just launched. So we're going to see how it performs, right? So it's good we have the ETF now, because now it means that old money, institutional money, right? Grandma and grandpa, right? Like those people who prefer investing through the banks now have access to it. Now here's the thing, right? They have access to it, which is really, really, really good. Now here's the thing, you guys. You guys aren't going to like what I'm about to say. You guys aren't going to like what I'm about to say, but you guys, I have to say, because that's the difference between a basic investor and an elite investor. That's the difference between someone who's good at crypto and then someone who's like, who's not so good at crypto. Okay, here's the big difference. We also have to look at how these other ETFs have been affecting the price of crypto. And one thing I've noticed is these ETFs haven't affected the price of the crypto the way we wanted it to. Like Ethereum ETF launched, right? And we thought, well, maybe that's what we need for Ethereum to really skyrocket and hit a new all-time high. This was the last all-time high for Ethereum right here, right? This is the last all-time high for Ethereum. Ethereum's last all-time high to this market's new all-time high, you guys, is literally a couple $100 difference. Like, what the heck is that? It's only a couple $100 different. Like, dang, that's disappointing. I thought literally the Ethereum ETF was going to do like what the Bitcoin ETF did. Like the Bitcoin ETF, like look at this. Last all-time high to this all-time high. Like that's a crazy jump. So I thought Ethereum was going to do the same thing. Because if Ethereum did the same thing Bitcoin did, right? Ethereum, if it did the same thing Bitcoin did, Ethereum right now should be closer towards $9,000. But we're out here chilling at like $3,317. What is that? What is this, right? Now, we made money, right? We bought in the $800 price range. We bought the dip. We're happy. But that's the problem that I didn't like. That's the disappointing aspect, is that the Ethereum ETF didn't really jump the price of Ethereum that much, right? What else ETF? We had the Solana ETF, right? No, shout out to Sol. We like Sol, right? We love our baby girl Sol. Sol all-time high was right here, right? $260. And then it ran up this bull market to $295, right? That's like what, $40 difference? Like nothing crazy. Now, if you bought Sol at $8, wink, wink, blink, blink, you should have bought Sol at $8, right? People in my community, we bought Sol at $8, right? You still made a buttload of money. You made a lot of money, right? But from the previous high to this time high, it's not that big of a difference. So that's why I'm thinking this XRP ETF, as hyped as I am about it, I don't think it's going to cause the price of XRP to really skyrocket the way we want it to. And what will cause the price of XRP to skyrocket, the price of Ethereum, the price of Solana, the price of ADA, all those other crypto projects skyrocketing, what I spoke about earlier, which is this, right? It's the interest rates drop. It's the Federal Reserve, right? Where did I put it? Let me try to find it, you guys. It's the Federal Reserve ending quantitative tightening and implementing QE. That's going to make the prices of our crypto really start pumping. And then I believe that the cryptos now that do have those ETFs will do very, very well. Those are the cryptos that we're going to see do extremely well, right? Now, I know you guys don't like what I said. I know you guys don't like that. You guys want to hear prices are going to skyrocket, prices are going to run up, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, you guys, I'm just here to really share the truth, because when I was new to crypto, I felt like there was a lot of people that weren't very honest, that just told me what I wanted to hear. Right? People just kept telling you what you wanted to hear. And I don't know if it was like just to get views. I don't know, like maybe brand deals that were like, just buy this crypto. But regardless, I've just learned the difference between an elite investor who's actually able to make money, are those that are able to look at the positive and they're able to look at the negative, and then they're able to see, all right, what's the reality there? How are things actually moving, and what is most likely going to happen? I'd rather have the truth, bro. There is too much crazy news out here. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate that. It's true, but we are still early. 100%, Gustavo. I think we still are early in crypto, because now we're just start. Like, remember, this is how you know. It just said test, right? Like $1 million test portfolio, right? Like they're testing it, right? And we know sooner or later they're gonna get in. The bank used to say crypto's a scam. Don't get it. It's to launder money. Blah, 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 blah. Right? And now look, right? Now look. Like, now they're out here starting portfolios. Now they're out here using ETFs. Now you have the president of United States of America saying, never sell your Bitcoin, right? So we know it's gonna get embraced. We're still early, right? You gotta think about it, not just today, midterm, long term. I think this is a game changer. And this is really good. Reddy said, I appreciate your honesty. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So I have a question. You guys, quick question in the chat, because I keep seeing this. Who's going to Consensus Miami? Is anyone going to Consensus Miami? There's a quick chat. Is anyone planning on going to this? Faye, I know you're in the chat. Faye, are you still here? Are you going to this? Nathan said, yeah, Nathan, are you going, bro? Because I know you're in ATL. I'm hoping Sol will go. Nathan, are you going to Consensus Miami? It's in May. I'm pretty sure it's in May. Yeah, May 5th to the 7th. I'm going. Hey, okay. When? It's in May. It's apparently in May. May 5th to the 7th. Nah, it would be great though. Oh, okay. I thought you were going, because I remember like there was one in Toronto and I didn't go, but the one in Miami, I'm like, oh yeah, one in Miami, I'm about it. Bet I'm going. You guys, I haven't. You guys, wait. Before everyone's like, bet I'm going. I haven't. Nah. Oh, you guys, it's okay. Wait, you guys, I haven't even decided if I'm going yet. Okay, I haven't even decided if I'm going yet. I don't want anyone to be like, oh, Naicke, you're gonna go. Like, I haven't decided if I'm going yet. So I just wanted to see if anyone here was going. I just want to be clear. I haven't decided if I'm going. I haven't bought tickets yet. Yo, low key, the tickets for some of these things are kind of expensive, bro. Like the ticket, like if you don't have like the coupon discount, like I'm seeing the price, I'm like, what the heck? Like $6.99? Like what? Like kind of pricey. Like $6.99 USD. Like, come on, bro. Like I feel like they're raising the price a little more and more, right? Like low key, I'm noticing that. But just trying to be Miami, Brody. Trust. Trust. I looked outside. Like I don't know what country you guys live in or what state you guys are in. Like today the weather's a little bit better, but I'm just like, it's gonna be cold. Like it's gonna be cold out. No, if I want to go out. My wife is like, should I go? So my wife's going out with her girls. They're going to the what's it called? Ecuador. They're going to the soccer game. Ecuador is playing. Who's Ecuador playing? Ecuador is playing like Canada. I'm like, you could go. Like, well, I won't be there for that. But yeah, it's just like, like Canada, Toronto, like you just go outside. Today's not that bad, but earlier on this week, I'm like, yo, bro, this is depressing. I literally saw the weather and I hopped on Airbnb and I'm like, all right, like where is somewhere warm? And I literally asked my wife, I'm like, you just want to go to Miami this week? And she's like, no, we might be going. The Ecuador they're gonna be playing Toronto soccer, and she's going with all her girls. They planned it. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, do your thing. All right, so. All right, what were we talking about, you guys? What were we talking about? 1 month early is crazy work. Well, 1 month early for what? Oh, it's in May. The consensus thing? Where is it? Yeah, May. There's one in Hong Kong. I wonder how it is out there. Okay, but enough of that. So we just spoke about the XRP. Right now, let's talk about the XRP price action. Snow. Oh, yo, oh my goodness, bro. I remember, yeah, we won't even talk about it. I like snow season. So what I mean by I like snow season, like I like the Christmas with the family, right? Like I love Christmas. Everyone gets together, and I have a big fam. My wife has a big fam, so everyone gets together, party, boom, boom, boom. We celebrate on the 24th. We celebrate on the 25th. Like we have big families, and all of our families live close. Like everyone's just like 5-10 minutes. Where nieces and nephews come over like every single day at my house. My house is like that house that everyone always comes over to, right? So it's like it's a fun time, right? It's a fun time. But like the weather, All right, so now let's talk about XRP's price action, right? XRP's price action. I agree with you, Faye. I agree with you 110%. Is lit Miami for this summer. Oh, they just said that's lit Miami at summer. That's crazy. That would be amazing, Nathan. That would be amazing to have that. That would be great. Okay. That would be great to have that. I would love that. No, someone actually messaged me. They're like, bro, we should have like a get together, right? Like a community and everything. And like, I'm down for that, but we'd have to, because as the community continues to grow and scale, because people are coming in like every single week and everything, then I definitely want to do that. I think that would be super dope. Okay, all right. Now, you guys, time to look at the market. Time to look at XRP. We're looking at XRP. So anyone knows what chart this is? This is the XRP chart. People always come in and say, what chart is it? XRP. This is the XRP chart. So anyone that missed, I'm going to say it one more time. What chart is this? XRP chart. Okay, now let's go down. XRP got rejected right here. We saw prices go down. Boom, right? It got rejected right here. Now, this rejection, we expected it. We expected this rejection to happen. All right. Why did we expect this rejection to happen? Well, if we look right back here, boom, the same thing happened. XRP went up toward this range. Boom, price got rejected and came down. Oh, how did we know this was going to happen? Because if you look back right here, same thing happened right here. XRP ran up, came close to this range, boom, got rejected. So this rejection right here, we expected it. We saw it coming. It was absolutely nothing special, right? Okay. Now, here's where things get a little bit interesting, right? Right here. When XRP got rejected, so right here, right, this whole area you guys see, there's like, it has a few zones, right? Zone number 1 is right here. Right, which is above the dotted line. You see, I see this dotted line that I have right here, like this whole dotted line, right? So zone number 1 is above this dotted line. So right here, right? Zone number 2 is below this dotted line. So it's down here, right? But then here comes the little special factor. What's up, Itachi? Here comes a little special factor. Is this area right here, right? This area right here. This area has been the area that's been holding up XRP fairly well. We see XRP drop toward this area. Boom, prices hold. And then what? it runs towards the upside, right? And we've seen it happen multiple times. You guys, give me 1 second. I got to open something up real quick. All right, we see it happen multiple times. Got to open this up. Give me 2 seconds, you guys. I got this message. I got to peek at it, see what it is. If it's something urgent that requires me to have to handle, or if it's something, okay, no, it's nothing crazy. All right, so now we saw XRP drop toward this range, right? But whenever XRP drops here, it typically will bounce up, right? It hit here, bounce down, hit here, bounce down, hit here on the top side, bounce up. So when we're on the top, here on the bottom, when we hit it on the bottom, so when we're at the bottom and we hit it going up, we come down, right? We're on the bottom, we hit it going up, we come down. If we're on the top, we hit it going down, we come back up. Right? We see that. So this area, right? There's a good likelihood we might see price go like this. Boom, 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 and then run back up. I want XRP to finally break above this range. If XRP finally breaks above this range, you can see XRP finally making its way up to $3. That's what I want to see XRP at, $3. Unos, dos, tres, Unos, dos, tres, That's not even a song, but you're right. I want to see it at $3. Un, deux, trois, right? We want to see it at $3. Once it gets at $3, then XRP is kind of like, you can breathe a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more chill. XRP under $3, no bueno, no bueno, mamita. Like, it's not looking good. It is not looking good when it is under $3, because the $3 price range, every time XRP tries to get at $3, boom, drops. Tempted to get that $3, boom, drop. Right here, after XRP dropped below $3, it's always went down, except for this one time. Like, this is the one time XRP went below $3 and came back up. After that, it's never gotten below it. It's never gone above it and held. So it shows us the $3 like the magic number for XRP. It's like the magic number. If we can get above that $3, then yep, right? Prices are looking good. If we're below it, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. I hope some of you guys, right? You guys are going to hate what I'm about to say. That's right. You guys don't hate what I'm about to say. But I hope some of you guys took a little bit of profit on your XRP. I hope when XRP hit all-time high, when it was on the cuffs of hitting all-time high, you guys took a little bit of profit. Naicke, why would I do that? Why would I take profit? Well, you guys, look at crypto, right? I think everyone should split their crypto portfolio into two, right? This is my advice. This is some of the gems I'm going to be sharing tonight on the Zoom meeting for everyone who signs up. Right, it's going to be on Zoom. It's not going to be here. Right? I'm not going to be here. It's going to be on Zoom for everyone who signs up, right? For the crypto class, how I made 6 figures my first year in crypto, right? That's some of the gem I'm going to share. I think if you are someone where you're like, I want to make the most amount of money in crypto. I want to make money in the long term, because I know Bitcoin is like, it's an easy 10x, right? It's going to hit $1 million one day. But I also want to make some money in the short term, right? I think the best way of doing that is by having two portfolios, right? Have your portfolio for your short term. Right? Have your portfolio so that when prices are moving in the upwards direction, you are there to take profit. Because the truth is, crypto moves in cycle. The truth is, prices will go up, but it won't go up every single day. But the truth is, it always runs up higher, right? Prices run up, then they crash. Then they run up, it goes down. Then it runs up even higher, then it goes down. And then it runs up even higher, right? So if you're someone where you're looking to make money in the long term, well, you can just buy and voila, it goes up. But if you also want to make money in the long term and short term, take your money, right? Split it into two. Here, this is to hold for the long term, and this is to hold for the short term. So no matter what happens, guess what? You end up winning. You end up walking away with more money in your pocket than you did the day before. Than you did before, whenever the bull market is over. Because there's some cryptos where they run up, but they never go up high as they were before. It's the truth. 99% of all these cryptos, well, look at this. I'm going to stop at a random crypto. All right, let's stop. IMAX, right? Shout out to IMAX. IMAX, the #1 crypto on Ethereum in regards to gaming. The best gaming crypto on ETH. Look, IMAX skyrocketed back in 2022, 2021. Look how high it went. Now look at it. 41 cents. It went all the way to $8, right? What was it? $9, $9. And now it is 41 cents. 41. You guys don't even see the screen. Hang on. Let me move this over. So you guys can see this. Actually, IMX. Can you guys see the screen? Why isn't it moving well? Okay, here it goes. Look at the price. 41. It's currently at 41 cents. Last bull market, what was it at? It was at $9.50. $9.50. My goodness. You people legit lost pretty much everything, right? That's why I say split your portfolio into two. Have some for long term and have some for short term. That way you maximize. You're milking that crypto cow, getting all the milk to make as much profit as you possibly can. Right now, there's certain crypto project that you can buy and not hold on to. Like I remember when the one crypto project that like really like it's crazy for me was Solana, because I remember I begged my friends to buy this crypto project. Like I begged my friends because I got so hyped about it. I'm like, man, this crypto project is gonna boom. Like I'm seeing it. It was $3. No, it was actually $2, and I didn't buy it. And it went up to $3, and then I bought it when it hit $4. And I'm like, yo, this crypto is amazing. I'm like, this is it. Like this is it. I'm actually gonna cover some of this in my tonight in the Zoom in 6 hours and 38 seconds. We'll cover a little bit about this. And I'm like, dang, this crypto is gonna boom. It's gonna skyrocket. Right, I'm gonna talk about how I was able to spot Solana at so cheap and how I knew it was gonna do really well. We're gonna talk about that strategy because I think if people can learn some of these key strategies, then they'll do well. And I'm like, buy. I was telling all my friends. And I remember my wife was like, stop begging people. I'm like, what do you mean begging people? I'm like, they're my boys. Like I want them to win. She's like, yeah, but you keep telling them, and none of them are listening to you. And I'm like, dang, like she's right. Like you can't, like you can bring the horse to water, but you can't force it to really drink water. And I'm like, buy it. And none of them bought. Like, and legit, it wasn't until they saw it hit like $170, then they're like, oh dang, man, like I should have bought in Solana. Like I remember we went out to dinner. I'm like, you guys buy Solana. We were all there. Everybody had their girls. We were there as a couple. I had the wifey. My other boy, he had his wife. My other boy who had his girlfriend there. Now we're all there. He was visiting from Alberta. We're all there sitting where they're talking and everything. I'm like, you gotta check out Sol. Like it's the crypto. And then one of my friends, I'll never forget. He literally, I told him to buy when it was super cheap, but he didn't buy it. Told him to buy it again, didn't buy it. Told him again this time it hit $40, didn't buy it. This time Sol was at like $70. He didn't buy it. And he did and I was just so disappointed. I'm like, bro, like come on. And then that's when I learned, I'm like, you can give people everything. Some people are doers. They're like, I'm going to do it. Let's go. And then other people are dabblers. They just dabble with things. They don't really take it seriously. So, but it is what it is. But that's like, when I think of Sol, I always think about like those three of my close friends that told them to buy it and they never bought it. I'm like, you guys, like Sol alone allowed me to buy a few investment properties just to profit from this. But okay. Enough with that. Don't be a dabbler. Be a doer. Learn these strategies and you'll be able to crush it. That's actually one of the strategies that I'll be sharing, right? If you're scared about buying the wrong crypto, right? So I talk about like the strategies that I use to be able to spot Solana, how I knew it was going to do really well, like the 3 steps I looked at when it comes to buying some of these small cryptos when they're like babies and they still have massive potential, right? So be there or miss out. Be there or be square. Link in the TikTok bio. All right. So next thing that we wanted to talk about was I think we were doing TA on XRP. I think that was the last thing. TA on XRP and where we could potentially see XRP going, right? So let's talk about the worst case scenario for XRP and then we're going to talk about the best case scenario for XRP. Worst case scenario for XRP right now is we will potentially see, I'm hoping Sol will go to $1.140 to DCA, currently dropping my average cost to 210 or to 118. That's good. Drop that average cost. So Nathan, one thing I'll say for you is, make sure you're also staking your Solana, because if you are wanting to drop your average cost, right? Obviously, dollar cost averaging drops your average cost, so it's smart that you're doing that. But also look to stake it, because when you stake it, it's free money, right? Like You're making free money, right? So let's talk about worst case scenario for XRP if prices continue. Ça va, chérie? Okay, sorry, you guys. Wifey was at the door. So let's talk about worst case scenario for XRP if XRP does drop down, right? So this is kind of like the worst case scenario for XRP, and I don't think it's going to happen again, right? So XRP had this massive drop where price got obliterated. It came all the way down here to $1.76. Jeez, price is crushed, right? Look at it. This was crazy manipulation, right? Thank you, Binance, for this, right? And then we saw another drop towards the downside, right? Where price ended up going down, and it went down to $2. $2 XRP. So if prices, let's say we suddenly have like a crazy crash, I just want people to know this, right? Never sell on the crash. Sell after the crash, right? Never sell. Remember that. Never write this down. Lock it. I don't do whatever the heck you need to do. Remember what I'm about to say. Never sell on the crash. Sell after the crash. All right. So what I mean by that is no one knows if Trump is going to say some tweet like he did last time and it caused the crypto market to like just suddenly poof go down. And this wasn't all Trump's fault. I think what these market makers, these manipulators, these people on the background that look at our crypto trades and investment, I think what they did was they saw Trump made that tweet. They saw the market got scared. They saw prices going down. And instead of holding up the order book the way they usually do, they let it drop. And they end up pushing prices even down. That's why we saw that lawsuit with Binance come in, right? Where they're paying people out all this money. Because you literally, like, the prices wouldn't make sense, right? You saw certain price. I remember looking at Atom. They're like, oh, Atom dropped to like 20 cents. And then they end up correcting and be like, oh, no, it dropped to 98 cents. It's like, bro, that's a huge difference. 98 cents versus dropping down to 20 cents. And it's like, all right, so beer price manipulation was happening there. But all right. So worst case scenario, if I see prices drop, I can see prices dropping within this range. This is if we have some type of crazy liquidation, right? Boom, prices drop, right? But if prices do drop, remember, don't buy when it drops. Buy after the drop. Because after this crazy drop, it's going to have some type of bounce. So if you're someone where you didn't sell on the top, you didn't sell on the top, right? Especially above $3. And you're like, oh, dang, I wish I sold some of my XRP. This is for short term. This isn't for long term investment. See prices drop quick, boop, boop. It's going to probably have a quick little bounce, right? Kind of like a quick drop, then boop, little bounce towards the upside. Whoa, drop, then a low, boop, bounce right back toward the upside. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. ¿Qué pasa, amigo? Todos es bien. Todos es bien. All right, so then boom, then a little pop, bounce toward the upside. All right, you guys, that's all I wanted to talk about today. All right, so now, if any of you guys have urgent question, we're like, Naicke, please answer this question for me. I'm dying. Someone help me. I've been trying to figure this out in crypto. I'm really struggling with this. Let me know right now or forever hold your peace. All right, I'm gonna give you guys a few seconds. Right, if you're at work, you're like, man, I got this question I've been wanting to ask your question. If not, I see the likes coming in. Thank you for all the likes, you guys. I appreciate that very much. I will see you. I don't even know how to pronounce Dwayne. I'll see you on the crypto class. You signed up. Eric, I'll see you on the crypto class. Beautiful. Your name is beautiful. Whoever signed up for the crypto class, your name is what? Beautiful. I don't know if you put the right email address. It says the email wasn't sent to you. Whoever just signed up for the crypto class, who put their name as beautiful, is going to be on the class this evening. Yeah, it showed like the email wasn't sent to you. So I don't know what email address you're using, but yeah. How much for the class? The class is free, Ron. The class is free. You don't. People always ask me how much for the class. The class is free. You click right here and then voila. I'm pretty sure it says free. Somewhere there it says free. Oh, it doesn't say free? Well, I don't ask for your credit card or debit card. The class is free. I just ask for your email and name. So then you get an email and they send you the Zoom link for the class. Okay, so no one had questions. All right, so we're good, right? The only question was how much. Oh, no, someone did ask a question. Oh, you guys did ask a question. I did, but haven't received any confirmation or links yet. Yeah, I don't know. Did you just, if, I don't know, it shows here. Are you the one who put the email ad, like your name as beautiful? Is that you? Someone signed up and put their name as beautiful. So I don't know. Maybe you should use a different email address. It just shows right here like undelivered because you get the link. The thing is like automated, sends you a link. So yeah, I have to sign up again. Cabal. Sign up again and maybe use a different email address. Other question, how much is the class? I answered that. The class is free. I always want to know how to put the fancy lines on the candlestick. All right, I'll show you how to put the fancy lines on the candlesticks. Okay, so you're funny. Who's asked that question? Fancy lines on the candlestick. Alpha. All right, Alpha, I got you. I'm gonna show you. I did days ago. Really? You didn't get an email? That's so weird. Okay, send me a DM. Send me a DM right now on TikTok. Say, hey, I tried to sign up. And yeah, send me a DM on TikTok. Okay, so putting the fancy lines on the chart. That's funny. I haven't heard anyone say it like that before. All right, so this is how you put the fancy lines on the chart. Let me make sure I'm seeing here so everyone can see. All right, so to put the fancy lines on the chart, first you have to go to this website called TradingView. All right, so this is TradingView, right? Boom, boom, boom. TradingView, right here. All right, tradingview.com. Now, when you're on TradingView, you can, let me switch this out. You can type in search, and under search, you can type in whatever crypto you want, right? Let's say you want to put fancy lines on the chart. Let's say you want to do, let's just do Sol because we're just looking at Sol, USDT. Right? So I put it in Solana. You can even type in the whole name, Solana. I typically go with USDT. So I just type in Sol USDT. All right, Sol USDT. All right, boom, right here, right? And now to put the fancy lines on it, all you have to do is click right here, and then it allows you to put different lines, right? So you click right here, and it allows you to put different lines. So right here, it says trend line, and then here is a horizontal line. So if I want to put a horizontal line, I can click right here. Now, typically, I don't like putting horizontal line. You can, but it's better to go down here where you see the paintbrush, boom, and then there's rectangular line. Right, and then I can look and I can be like, oh, let me put my horizontal line right here, boom, 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 and then I just drag it over. So now I'm like, oh, look, Sol ran all the way up to this price. A lot of times when Sol hits this price, prices run up, right? And let's say I want to draw another line on the top, then I can do the same thing, click right here, and then when it's usually all the way up there, I usually just draw one line. I don't like drawing like a range, so I just do one horizontal line right there. Just now I got that line right here. And then when it's a range like here, like, oh, this range, like you can see all these ranges are close to each other, then that's when I use the rectangular. And I'll be like, oh, look, all these ranges are close. So then I'll use my rectangle to kind of like give me a range, a rejection range. So now I know, okay, every time prices hit this range, it's probably going to go down. So if you're taking a short position, like you want to make money while crypto goes down, because you can make money while crypto goes down, right? I see a drop. I'm like, oh, look, it's running back up toward this price range, right? So let's say I don't know this is going to happen, right? Like I don't know, right? I don't know that. Hang on. Let me go back. I just messed that up. But I teach you guys a crypto lesson right here. All right, let's rewind. Start a new one. Let's say I don't know. All right, I'm right here. I'm looking at Solana. I'm like, oh no, I don't know what the price. I don't know what's happening. Well, I can look at here and be like, prices came close to here and then it came down, right? Like I see that right there. And that's how prices once again did it again. It came close to here, then whoop, came down. Came close twice, came down. Came close again and came down. Right? I see that happening. And now prices are right at that level, right? So I don't know what's going to happen, right? And then when I click play, like, oh, prices dropped down. The price dropped down a lot. But every time price came down here, it got rejected. It came down here, it got rejected. It came close to this range, got rejected. So I know prices are going to go back up here. There's such a really strong chance it's probably going to get rejected and come down. So then what I do is I just wait for it to come back up here. It's going up here. Oh, there we go. Right there. You guys saw that? It came right in that range that I had highlighted. Why do I know that? Well, because it happened right here. It happened right here, it happened here, it happened here, it happened here, right? So I know when it hits this range, it's probably gonna go back down, right? So when it comes to shorting, that's what you do, right? And it works the same thing if you want to take long positions. We can go over that, but just quickly make sure I answer everybody's question. I think that was me. Wait, that was you who put the name beautiful? Oh, it was? Oh, well, you gotta fix that. Yeah, you try using a different email address. Because I don't know. All right, I will. Rob Ness for the class. Cardano's price prediction. ADA price prediction. ADA, man. ADA low key. ADA broke my heart. ADA low key broke my heart. ADA was a crypto that it broke my heart, you guys. ADA broke my heart because I had such high expectations of ADA. And it kind of disappointed me. ADA kind of disappointed me, you guys. ADA disappointed me. I bought a lot of ADA back in the days. And it skyrocketed up to $3.20. Made nice money from it, but it disappointed this bull run. It did disappoint this bull run. ADA is literally at the make or break price range right now, right? You guys can see ADA was going this downward trend, bomb, massive move toward the upside. Great, loved it. Finally hit above $1. But ever since then, it's just been moving in this structure, right? Like it's just been really struggling right here. Right, it's been struggling because usually the way this moves is something like this. It runs up, okay, bomb, 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 and then it's supposed to go like that. It typically moves like this, right? But it didn't. It didn't move like that, right? Like it's really struggling, right? And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So if ADA, like if ADA doesn't. I don't think ADA is going to hit a new all-time high this bull run, right? And like last bull run, I spoke a lot about ADA because I honestly thought ADA was going to hit at least $5, but it didn't. It just didn't. There's a lot of people just lost interest in ADA. It didn't perform that well, so it was disappointing. Cardano to $1.30 is your name. So do you think it can put in $2? Chérie, ça c'est qui? Yo, I heard my front door just slam. I'm like, yo, who the heck? Like, they slammed it hard. Okay. I'm like, bro, I heard my front door close hard. Cause the way my office is, like, it's right above the front door, like the layout of the house, the way it is. I'm like, yo, who the heck slammed the door like that? I had to ask my wife. I'm like, oh, who is that? She told me who it is. It's all good. So yeah, can I see ADA hit $2? Oh man, I want to say yes, but I don't see it. I don't see ADA hitting $2. I don't see ADA hitting $2. I don't see it. I can explain to you why, but I don't see it. There's too much people drowning right now in ADA for ADA to hit $2. Ever? Oh, ever? No. That's completely different. Like saying ever is hard. Like to say it's never ever gonna hit the $1. I mean, sorry, saying it ADA's never ever gonna hit $2. That's like, no one can tell you that. That's stupid. Anyone says that, like, don't ignore them. They're dumb. They have no idea what they're talking about. Yeah, that, like, I can't answer that. Like, ever, like, anything can. What in the... I don't know, like that never, like, no, anything can happen in crypto. What I would actually want ADA to do at this point is, because I know why it hit $3.20, right? For everyone who was in crypto at that point. ADA hit $3.20 because ADA was finally coming out with smart contract capabilities, and everyone was waiting for that, because then you can build NFTs on ADA. Now you can build other cryptos on ADA, right? So there was a lot of hype, and ADA having smart contracts, something we were waiting for forever. People were waiting on that for so long. They said they're going to come out with it, delay. They said they're going to come out with it, delay. They said they're going to come out with delays, delay. And finally it came out with it, and prices skyrocketed. The day after it came out with it, boom, drop, to the point where even I noticed with ADA was when Bitcoin was now pumping and hitting its all-time high. That's why ADA had this little pump right here. This pump right here in November, you can see that. It's because Bitcoin skyrocketed and hit all-time high. So just by Bitcoin running high, it forced ADA to run up high as well. But it still couldn't get back above $3. So now ADA needs something. You guys, I'm gonna have to end this live stream soon. I've been talking so much and I'm getting hungry. ADA needs to have something that's so bullish that it's more bullish than this. Like something has to happen in ADA that's so bullish, that's more bullish than this. And the only thing that I think is this, what I think will happen. This is extreme. I don't talk about this a lot, but I think number one, they have to start burning, because they have way too much. Like, what in the world is this? Like, they have way too much ADA. Look, max supply, 45 billion. What? 45 billion is their max supply. That's a lot, bro. 45 billion is a lot. Start burning some of that, right? And then number two, I think ADA is going to have to partner up with somebody. This is my opinion. I think ADA, if we want to see ADA continue to be relevant in the crypto world and pump and do really well, we have to see them partner up with somebody. And I would love that, right? Charles Hopkins, who's the founder of ADA, he's even spoken about that, potentially partnering up with, like, I think he talked, I don't know who, I remember he spoke about it briefly, talking about partnering up with other crypto. And I'm like, that would be amazing. Burn some ADA, and because you just lower the supply, demand stays the same, the price will naturally pump, right? So that's an easy pump. And then second, with that narrative of combining their resources together with another crypto project, that'll be really good for ADA as well, right? I would love to see that happen, right? Keep in mind, I was deep in the ADA, like every study hall they had, everything, like I was in ADA. So yeah, that's my thoughts about ADA. All right, you guys, crypto class I'll be having tonight. Be there. It won't be here. It won't be live. It's going to be, what's it called? Just for the people who signed up. So the link in the bio, once again, click right there. Boom. How I made 6 figures my first year of crypto without taking crazy risks using these 3 secrets. Secret number 1, 2, 3, and I break it down. All right. Do you still hold ADA? I actually took a lot of profit off ADA. I'm just holding a little bag, like nothing exponential. My biggest crypto holdings right now is Bitcoin. Obviously, Bitcoin is my biggest. My second biggest is Solana, and I'm also holding a lot of Ethereum. Bitcoin below 50 EMA. I'm not worried about the EMA. I'm not worried about the 50 EMA. So yeah, I think I answered everybody's like dying question. All right. I think I answered everybody's dying question. All right, you guys, I shall see everybody tonight who signed up. The Zoom link should be emailed to you. If you sign up and the Zoom link's not emailed to you, then just send me a DM. And if you get a DM from me first, like if I DM you first, it's not me, it's a scammer, it's someone pretending to be me. I will never ask you for money. I'll never tell you, hey, put your money in this crypto. I'll never say, hey, like anything that seems sketchy is just not me, right? I will never contact you guys first. Just keep that in mind, okay? All right. Much love, you guys.